All right. So if you guys do not have a question anymore, then let us now continue our discussion. All right. So the next one right here is the select case statement. So this is the counterpart of the if else if statement. So this is just another way to do things or to program things. Okay. So you can have the same output but different approach or different way to do it. Okay. So here's the format of select case statement. So this can be used when there are multiple selection possibilities. So before we have else if for a lot of conditions. So in here we have case. So case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, up to case else. So in if statement, we have else only, but in here we have case else. So in there we have if as our starter. In here we have select case as starter. In if we have end if as our ending word or ending syntax. In here we have end select. Okay. So we have an example here of if statement. So if age is equal to 5, then the category that one is 5 years old. Else if the age is 13 to 19, then that one is teenager. Else if that one is 20 to 35, or age is equal to 50, or age is greater than or equal to 60, and age is less than or equal to 65, then that one is a special adult. Okay, well, let's just say that 20 up to 65 is adult. Okay, and then 65 and above is senior citizen. Okay, if your age cannot be found on that category, then let's just say that it's everyone else. Okay, well, actually, in here we could say that, if your age is 4 and below, we could say that you're still a baby, maybe, and 6 up to 12 is maybe that we could say that you're a kid. Okay, but in here, instead of saying a baby or a kid, let's just say that if it doesn't fall on those condition, it says here everybody else, okay, or everyone else rather. And here's the counterpart of the this code, okay, into the case or select case statement. So we have here select case variable age. So if we have case wherein it is 5 or the age is equal to 5, then that one is 5-year-old. Case 13 to 19, teenager. 20 to 35, 50, 60 to 65 is a special adult. And then 65 and above is senior citizen. And then if none of those were true, then it will fall on everyone else. Okay, so as you guys can see, whatever you can do on our if statement, you can also do that one on the select case statement. All right. So are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't expect you guys to memorize the code. So no one actually memorize the code. It's just that we are familiarizing it. Okay. Well, yeah, there are some programmers who really memorize codes, but let's just say that most of us doesn't memorize it. We just recall it, okay? We just familiarize it, and then as we code things, we will remember the correct syntax. So yeah, we do a lot of trial and error, okay? And then if we can really recall the exact format or the correct format, and then that's the time that we go back to our notes or visit some site, what is the correct syntax for this one, etc., etc. So in here, all you need to do is know the concept. Okay, that is the reason why I've never mentioned to memorize this one, etc., etc. Okay, all you need to do is familiarize the concept. Okay, as long as you know, this is how this one works. Okay, and then just search on the internet what is the correct syntax. Because if you don't know how this one works, then what is the essence of searching that one on the internet if in the first place you don't know how uh, this function work or how this one work. Okay. Hey, so we have here exercise number 1, wherein we have the if statement, and then it is asking us to revise this while using select. Okay. Okay, so we don't have solution for this one, so let's create a new one. Okay, So me, myself, do not actually use select case statement because I already told you guys a while ago that whatever you can do in if statement, you can also do in select case statement. It's just that it's up to you which one you're going to choose. So in my case, I got used to if statement, but yeah, in some people much prefer the select case statement because they said it's much more simpler, which is true. Okay, it's much more easier to read, which is really true. But then again, old habits. I just only get used to using if statement instead of select case statement. So in here, I'll just copy sorry, exercise number 1. Just copy this one. So just take note that number sign is not accepted as your project name. So just change that one into project name. Okay, and then specifically no spaces. So if you want to add space, you can add underscore. There you go. Just add exercise. Number 1 revise. It's already enough. It's already a very long name. So in here, we have the bingo wherein this is the first one. So the first one is generate a run, not actually, this one. So we have one numeric up down, and then one text box, and then 2 labels. So 2 labels. One text box. Is it one only? Yes. And then one numeric up down. And then I'll just change the size into 40, make them bigger. So in here, generate a random, not a random, generate a number. And in here, equivalent error. And the one that we're going to program is this one. Numeric up down. And let's go back to exercise number 1. So in here, it will give us a lot of errors since there's no declaration for num. So if num as integer. Okay, and this one is not the default name of numeric up down, so it's numeric up down 1. So I'll just change this one. Numeric up down 1. Num and num. What is this? Numeric up down. That's correct. And num. So in here, you just need to fix the spacing. And this is not letter the text. This is text box 1 the text. Text box 1 the text. Text box 1 the text. Bingo, bingo, bingo. All right, so let's try this one for now. Okay, so there you go. We have a complete working if statement. Now, what we need to do is convert this one into select case statement, like this one. So select case age. So in here, declaration is still okay. This one is still okay. Here, use select case num. Okay, and this if will become case, no then. There you go. So change this one into case, 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 case else, and then no then move the then. And this end if will be end select. Is it end select? Yeah, end select case num. There you go. Okay. So let's see if they work the same. Oops. Why is it still 0? I see. So one more thing that you guys need to know when it comes to select case is it doesn't accept greater than or less than symbol. So we have this word to, meaning it's ranging from 20 to 35. So we have the starting and then the ending point. So in here, I'll just use 2. So as you guys can see, this one is much more simpler. Instead of using those greater than equal to and then variable num, let's just replace it to the word to. 31 to 45, 45 to 60, and yeah, that's it. See? Okay, so there you go. We now have a complete working select case statement. Okay, with the use of a bingo example. All right, so are you guys able to follow so far? And how did we revise this one using select case?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
again, just remove this if, okay, and then replace it with the select case and then the variable num right here. Remove all of the then, okay, and then remove this else if, replace this into a case. So case, 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 case. Else right here will be case else, and then the end if will be select case. Okay. So yeah, just practice, just try it on your own for you to appreciate it. Because if you're just watching me doing it, yeah, maybe you will learn about it, about maybe 10% only, but you won't appreciate it at all. All right, so exercise number 2. So I will not do this one anymore, okay, since I have already shown you how to revise this exercise number 1. So this one is super similar, okay. So I'll let you guys do this one, okay. Exercise number 3. So the same with this one, I will let you guys do this one, okay. Just base it on the example number 1 or the exercise number 1 that we have created, which is this one. Oops, what is that? All right. And for the exercise number 4, okay, so it says here, write a select case statement that tests the age variable and assigns the name of the favorite snack of that age group to the variable snack according to the following preferences. So in here, this is actually your 5th quiz. If am I correct? 5th quiz. Yeah. So that is your 5th quiz, exercise number 4. So I would like you guys to create a select case statement code of this one. Okay. So below 7 is or has a favorite snack of yogurt. So you can show the output, okay, using a text box, a label, or a message box. So that completely depends to you. So what important is I will see your code as a select case statement, okay, or in a format of select case. Okay, so are we clear with this one? So I have also put it in here, or the instruction in here. So the same instruction, same table, and then of course you have to submit the RAR or zip file only. Right, so the due date of this one is April 1. So you guys still have plenty of time, 6 days. Okay, so are we clear so far regarding your 5th quiz?
Yes, sir. Clear na.
Okay, so this one is super
Yes,
easy.
sir.
Just change the first example. Okay, below 7, 7 to 12, etc., etc. All right. And then we have another exercise here wherein if in grade is less than 9, then that one is high school. Less than 7, then that one is middle school. Or less than 1 is elementary school. Or if none of those, an invalid grade. So in here, I'll not do this one anymore since most of them are super the same. Okay. So I will let you guys do this one. Okay. I encourage you guys to do this one on your own. Okay, so experience is always the best teacher. But of course, you cannot learn without someone guiding you. That is why you still need someone who will guide you. But still, 90% of learning will be from yourself. Okay, yourself experiencing it or learning it on hand. All right. Okay, now let's now move on to the last topic, which is the message box. Okay, so this is just a bonus. Okay, so we keep on using message box, but in here we can actually, modify some of its internal information. Like for example, you can modify the message. No, actually, this is the one that we are doing, okay, for a very long time, okay, last week up to now, okay. But you can modify the type. So this is the one that I would like to mention. So the type, so before there is no type that we are including, but in here, we can actually add some icons, okay. We can change from, let's say, information to question mark, from question mark to exclamation or warning, and then etc. Okay, or error icon. And then the last one is the title. So if you will not put the title, so by default, it will give us the title of the name of your project. So to change the title, just add this one. Okay, so I will not read this one anymore since they are very straightforward. This message is the message. The type is a type of the box or icon that you include, and then the title. All right, so here's one example. Okay, so let's just put this one inside. Let me just stop this one so that I can show this one to you guys. Uh, Message box. Yeah, I'll just create one, which is a button. Okay, a very big button. Okay, and then I'll say click me. Then change the font size into 60. Okay, this one, paste the code so that once I message back, welcome to Viv Express Greetings. Where are we having an error? Message box. And sub message box tell. What is the error? Message box is a namespace and cannot be used. I see. So this is a mistake of mine because I have used the word message box as a namespace. So a namespace is the name of our project. Okay. So I will delete this project since uh, we won't be able to use the function message box anymore since it's already used as a namespace, okay, which is a valid function name. So let me just delete this one. First, I have to close this. Or I'll just don't save, I guess. It will not be saved anymore. Let's just create another one. Message box. So it's still in here anyway. Message box. So it's a triple S. Oops. Create a new project. Oops, not that. Which sample box. Okay, so just wait a second. And we need a button. Or a big button. And program this one again. And copy this. And paste it right here. All right, so there you go. So the message will be this one, and then the type of icon will be information, and then the title will be greetings. Okay, so if I will click this one, click me, then it will give me this message. So welcome to VB 2005 Express. The title is greetings, and then we have this icon information. All right. So if you guys would like to change the title, let's say this is my title, you can do that one. Let's click this one, and then there you go. So we have now, this is my title. All right. So are we clear so far regarding with this example? No? Can you guys follow so far? Right. Okay, so yes po, coming from Christian and Miss Eliza. All right, and a thumbs up from Mr. Flores. Okay, so in here, we can actually change the message box select information into that critical, because it will give you this kind of icon. That question will give you this icon. That exclamation will give you this icon. So basically, we call this one warning. This is a warning icon, and then this is an error icon, or you've made something really dangerous. Okay, and this one is just an information, and then of course a question mark. So we have an alternative way. Instead of typing the word message box select information, and let's say that critical. Let's change this one into critical. So there you go. We have critical right here. But instead of writing the entire format, so we call that one symbolic constant. You can just actually type the value. Okay. So as long as you know the value, 16 is for the critical, 32 is for the question, 48 for the exclamation, and 64 for the information. So you can use the number instead of typing those entire symbolic constant. So how we do that one? Just replace that one by a number. Cool. Okay, so 16 is critical, and 32 is a, what is that, question mark? Yeah. There you go. We have a question mark here asking a question. And 64, I mean, yeah, 1632, 48. 48 is, what is that? A warning sign, yeah, exclamation. And then the last one, so it's just incrementing by 16. So 48 plus 16 is 64. So this is the information icon. All right, there you go. That's right. Okay, so you can also do that one. Okay, so we have two ways to type this one. All right, so are we clear with this one so far? The type of argument. No? All right, so I guess it's clear since no one is speaking. Anyway, since we are in rush, so we have to finish this one real quick. So we have here type of argument. So before we are only getting one, okay, one choice, okay, which is just okay. Well, actually you can add more. Say you can add a abort, retry, ignore, or okay, cancel, or yes, no, cancel, or retry, cancel. So all you need to do is put those values. or you can just simply type those symbolic constant. So for example, I would like to have a abort, retry, ignore option. So in here, I'll just put here 2 for the abort. And yeah, so let's try that one for now. Just close this one. So there you go. So 2 has now an option of abort, retry, and then ignore. Okay. So yeah, you can also do this one, right? And then each of those, of course, will give you a value. So the value of okay is 0. The value of cancel is 1. The value of abort is 2. The value of yes is 3. The value of I guess this one is no. Okay, the value of no is 4, and then the value of 5 is retry. So each one of those will give you a specific result. Okay, upon clicking abort, retry, ignore, etc. So in here, later on, I'll show to you guys how to get the value or how to get the result if you click abort, if you click retry, and then if you click ignore. So for now, this is just an example wherein you can do the symbolic constant, or you can do the just the value. Okay, so in here we have the icon, 32 for the icon. Okay, and then just add plus sign. Okay, meaning you want to add an option yes no. So 4 is yes no, has no buttons. Okay, and then the title greetings. Okay, and then right here we have here the returning value. So we have 1 to 7. So 1 is okay, 2 is cancel, 3 is abort, 4 is retry, 5 is ignore, 6 is yes, and then 7 is no. So this one is not a correct one. So these are just the values wherein you can type, you can use to have an option abort, retry, ignore, yes, no, cancel, etc., etc. But this is the correct returning values of those. So if I click OK from that option, it will give me a value of 1. So what will you do if you have received 1? So that depends now on your program. If you have received 2, what will you do if you have received 2? So that is now where the if or select key statement will be comes in play. Okay. And like for example, right here, you can store it in a one variable, dim x, okay, and then store it to a variable x, of course. Okay, so in here, if I click yes from the yes no button, then it will give me a value of 6. And then you can now use the value of 6 to do something depending on your program. Right? So we have here an example. 1 is the OK cancel, and then 64 is the information icon. Okay, and then for the input box, so this one will be a display a message and returns a string containing the contents of the input box. So in here, in message box, we're only receiving a value 1 to 7, but in here in input box, you can actually receive a string value. Okay, so whatever is the message inside of that input box will be stored in our variable str bar. Okay, so quite the same. We have the message, we have the title, and then optional a string. So this one is the default value of the input box. So we have this example right here. So we have the message, input name, and then the data entry. So by default, we didn't include the default value. So right here, it's blank. So it will give us a blank input box also. So whatever is the result of this one will be passed onto our variable name. Okay, it will be stored right here. The same with this one. So right now, there's no an additional default value. So upon starting your program, will give you a name Juan de la Cruz because you put here Juan de la Cruz. Okay, so by default, it has already a value, and then will be stored to our variable string name. Okay, another example. So this is a question that text will be stored with our F name. Okay. And these are just some knowledge check wherein you can do if you want to enhance more of your programming skill. So if you want to try some of these, just let me know so that I can guide you. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So you have 1 to 9 as your practice programs. And then yeah, that's it for the module 8. So we are already done with module 7 and 8 in just 1 week, because we didn't really meet with our module 7, because I have already created a recorded video of that one. So just make sure to watch that one and then finish this one also, because next meeting we will start with our last module. So yes, you guys heard me right. That is already the last module. So once we're done with the last module, the remaining time will be your time, to have a consultation time with me, or to finish all of your laboratories, especially your last laboratory. So let me give you guys a hint already. So your last laboratory will be the program pizza. It's a working pizza ordering system, the one that you're creating in lab number 7 as an interface for now. So just create the interface for now, and then later on, you can now, proceed and program some of the radio buttons, some of the buttons, etc., for you to have a working pizza ordering system. And then for the lab number, whatever is the lab of number of that, will be the complete program lab number 8 of yours. So lab number 8 is about circuit, the series, parallel, and then the combination. So that will be that will be part also of your final project. So a total of 2 projects. So the working pizza ordering system, and then the series, parallel, and then combination circuit. Okay. And then we're going to have one more quiz, 1 or 2 more quiz on the last module, on the module 9. All right. So yeah, that's it for today. Do you guys have a question so far?
Sir, saan nakikita yung mga recorded videos?
So it's inside of our watch videos. For the module 8, so we don't have recorded videos in there. I mean, module 7, okay, not module 8. So right here, module 7, just click this overview or watch videos, okay? Then go to video materials. Then just click this one. This is a 3-hour and 45-minute video tutorial. So again, I have created this one last year, September 29, 2020. So if you guys have a question regarding with this one, feel free to ask me anytime, okay? So you can also find it on watch videos. So this link, just click that link. And then for the recorded Zoom meeting, so down below of that, watch the following videos to enhance your learning. So we have the recorded Zoom meetings. And for the week 5, which is yesterday, okay, I have also already, okay, put the first 3 meetings, okay, with the module 8. So part 1, part 2, part 3. So the 3 recorded meeting will become part 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, total of 6 meetings for the module 8. Okay. So was I able to answer your question, Mr. Grande? Is that Mr. Grande? Checkbox with 3 buttons.
Yes, sir.
So there's a question. Sir, tanong ko lang po kung paano yung checkbox with radio button sa Lab 7 sa available pizza group box. Okay, so for now, what do you mean checkbox with radio button? Kasi magkaiba yun eh. Pwede ka naman maglagay ng checkbox